Are there other pastoral difficulties with first generation, especially knowing that you became their lead pastor at such a young age, and in Filipino culture, usually they would look up more to, and I think you mentioned this too in the Philippines, right? Like they would look up more to people who are older, who are married. So, like, what difficulties do you have with its older generation, the first generation?
When I accepted the pastoral ministry here in the New Jersey, I already had that expectation. Be looked down upon. Some people would be might be saying condescending things, but in a loving way. You know how Filipino Christians can can criticize you in a very sweet way. I expected those, something like that. You're still young, you still need a lot of things to do. They thought that they're saying good things. They're saying like, okay, you're still young, you're still going to experience a lot more things. But I believe when it comes to pastoral, it's not about the age, about the experience and knowledge and personal relationship with God, and that's why they called you as a pastor, because they see these things in you, and you're exemplifying the commitment, and then you becoming the model, more like Christ for them. Well, when I had that idea, I already expected those things, but also at the same time, when it comes to Filipinos, I think even Asia in general, there's a distinct respect when you have educational attainment.
Right.
So that's how I battle. If I may use the term battle, though it's not a war against it. So I use the educational attainment as a way for them to somehow see and give respect. Though respect is earned, it's very relational. But when you tell them that you studied nursing and you are good in nurse, you have experience in nursing, that's your job. Me, I studied pastoral ministry when I was this age. Even still now, I'm doing pastoral ministry. I studied there. And when you say that, so I'm not saying I'm an expert of the Bible, but I'm saying I've studied this. I know my stuff. So let's do this. You should somehow learn to submit this kind of things. When it comes to spiritual matters. But when it comes to architecture, church building, I don't know a lot of things about that. That's why when I came in September, when they called me to be the pastor, before they called me, I told them that we should learn these things, the elders, the plurality of elders, because many FilAm churches, they only have it's either they're full staff, like senior pastor, associate pastor, youth pastor, church secretary, and Christian education. So like full staff. Many Filipino American churches, they only have one, like just the pastor. Deacons, they have elders, but they don't function the same as the plurality of elders. I did a series of that. I told them the importance of plurality of elders, and we have 4 elders right now. So the first elder focuses on finances because he's good with that. He's an accountant. The second is administrative because he's really good in managing. And the other one is more on the practical side, like visitation, and he knows who the church is. When it comes to teaching, Bible study, preaching, it's me. So with those kind of adjustment, I was able to move forward from being seen as you're so young and you don't know a lot of things. Yes, I don't know a lot of things. Right. If you like a problem, if you have a certain issue, if it is like a marriage issue or like a family issue, so the elders will be there, not just me. There will be like voices of reason coming from the other elders who had been married for 20 years, 30 years.
Right.
You know their stuff, and you don't put elders if they're not qualified. So they also have this pastoral heart when it comes to church. So in that way, I was able to manage the big gap in looking me as a very young pastor.
Wow, that I think that was a wise thing that you did in trying to at least have your elders there for things that you're not very good at, like the marriage counseling stuff.